Well, hi, it's Grant here, and today we're going to be talking about how to avoid the pitfalls and disasters of being stuck inside of a script. If that's you, stay tuned, I've got the solution. Well, hi, it's Grant here, and like most salespeople, you'll have been tempted from time to time to get stuck inside of a script. You know, you've got the well-meaning sales trainer and the well-meaning sales manager that gives you a script to follow, and they expect you to go out to market and follow this script. And you go out, you practice it in your meetings, and then you go out in front of the client. And we know that it's just not a real-world situation. We know that it's impossible to follow a script. After all, this is real life, not a play. And then when you do have the on-road accompaniments with the state managers and the general managers and so on, you almost feel forced into using that script. But we know that it doesn't work, and there's three reasons why it doesn't work. And the first reason is that the words that are on the paper and the way that the script is written for you, that only represent 7% of the total way that we communicate. And you guys probably have heard this, that we communicate 7% in words and up around 25% in tonality of our voice, and the other 50 to 80%, depending on the situation, in our body language. So it's impossible to forecast what that's going to be when we're practicing a script. The second thing is we lack the ability to fully engage in feedback when we have a script. In fact, most of the time when I've seen salespeople like yourself use a script, they've gone ahead with the best intentions and wanted to use it, and then they're thrown a curly one out of left field and they don't know how to respond. The thing to use, the third point here is you want to have a framework, not a script. So it's important to know some dot points to lead the communication, but you don't want to be tied down to a very strict regime of communication. You want to be in control and command of the conversation, but you don't want to be tied down and limited by the really tight structure and framework of a script. So here's what I'd like you to do. Get some dot points on how you'd like the conversation to go. And one of the really cool ways to do it is to take the conversation from a pain conversation, which sits in the past, into a future conversation, which gives the client some pleasure and some future pacing. And you know what? If you don't know how to do this, what I'd love to do is give you a really cool script. It's at the end of my new book, Courageous Sales Mastery, and you can read all about it there, but I'd like to give you the framework today for it as well. So if you would like to grab yourself a copy of, it's just a 5 to 7 dot point little script for you to, a little framework, not a script, for you to go through and use, why don't you go ahead and comment below. Just put the word yes please or script in the comments below, and we'll be in touch with you and we'll send that out to you really quickly. So tell me also what you found helpful or useful in this video. I'd love to hear back from you, and what's your experience with scripts? Have you found one that works, or are you just like me and you find them really restrictive and perhaps something that doesn't work, or perhaps even a little bit too salesy? If that's you, I'd love to hear from you as well. So for now, I'm Grant, and why don't you go ahead and pop your comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.